Good morning to everybody. Man, guess what I did now? Well, let me wait for people to join us before we start our breakfast show. So, how is everybody doing? Man, yesterday I was unable to go live. I did not go live yesterday because I had a lot of visitors. Many people came to visit me yesterday. I had a family get together yesterday. Well, before I go on, I want to know where you guys are watching me from. Let me know how I would direct my greetings. I want to know. Good morning to you, Mr. Taiwo Olowe. Merry Christmas to you. So, this morning as I came out yesterday, I had family get together. So my home was full. Everybody came. We spent the whole yesterday together. By the time my children left, it was already close to midnight, so I couldn't go live anymore. This is why I came out this morning. I just took a shower, washed my teeth, and then decided to come out because you know what happened on 25th of December? You guys know what happened. So there was airstrike, on 25th. But let me wait for more people to join us because this is going to be, you know how we do it. This is going to be an interesting topic. This morning, we are going to keep it raw. You understand me? And possibly, maybe I will invite people to come and say their mind. Do you guys think I came out? I didn't come out too early. So this is going to be an interesting topic, man. I will hit the nail on the head. I think that's how they say it. All right, see you. MO878, I see you big time. So I'm going to go raw. Share this program, bring in more people. Let's go. This is politics. Yesterday, I posted short videos on my YouTube channel. Some people were saying, hey, many people were commending me. Many people were saying, hey, Uncle, you did fine. Some are saying, Uncle, why are you going into politics? I'm not going into politics. Why should I go into politics? I'm not a politician. I'm talking about current affairs, what's happening around us. I'm not a politician. I don't want to be a politician. Just majestically manner. Merry Christmas to you. How are you doing? Good to see you, my beautiful sister. Yeah, Ara can do what I want, but I don't want to be. I don't want to go into politics. No, not that I don't. I'm not. I don't want to. How can I do it safe? I'm not going into politics. I just want to be commenting on current affairs. Somebody said I have Jamaican accent. I'm not from Jamaica. Even people say I have typical African accent. You are saying Jamaica. I'm not from Jamaica. I'm a real African man. I grew up in Africa. How do I say it now? Imo, I see you. Should I say I grew up in Europe here or I grew up? Now, guys, tell me now. I've spent most of my life here. So should I say I grew up in Africa or here? So, Gale Gordon, Merry Christmas. Good to see you, Gale Gordon. Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you. I've not seen you for some time now. I've not seen you from time now. M878. 878. You want to know where I am? I am at. Okay. I am in. First of all, make a guess. Make a guess before I tell you exactly where. Antonio, you say Jesus loves me. Do you need to tell me that? Demola, I don't live in Australia. This is the mistake. Demola, Ababai. Demola, I don't live in Australia. Demola, no, you got it wrong. No, I don't live in Portugal. Yes, Imo, I live in Austria, not. So, yes, I live in Austria, not Australia. Bright Monday, good morning to you. Likando, Shababa, Merry Christmas to you. Worship. Zambia is fully represented. I see you. Likando, Shababa. Yes, I got the, yes. He said we are neighbor. Then, where are you? Are you in Germany? Imo, you love the country. Yes, so Bobby, Liberian man, I see you. M878. So you are living in Germany, if you get there. Okay, now 100 and something people are watching on TikTok. Then we can start. Wisdom is mine. Thank you, I appreciate you. That's a warm comment. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Wisdom, thank you so much. I wake us from United Kingdom. So now I have about 150 people watching on TikTok, and how many people watching on, man, the number on YouTube should come up, but then whatever the case may be, the party must go on. So we need to start now. 20-something people watching on YouTube, more people, the number need to share the program. So, share this program. You know, this is my first program this morning. Etel, I see you. Etel Milton, I see you. This is my first program this morning. Yes, and today I intend to run multiple programs. I know everybody wants to hear this program because almost 160 something people are watching already, 150 something. Everybody would like to watch it. Now listen. First of all, what I am here to do is to speak the truth. And I have to say it the way it is. That's what I came out to do. Listen attentively. My video is trending on Twitter. Andil, Kendrick, which video, please? Andil, somebody said, Mohammed, I see you. Which video is trending on Twitter? Please tell me. And let me go and check it out. Andil, Kendrick, which video, please tell me. Let me go check it out. Which one? My Twitter, I don't have Twitter account self. I don't have any active Twitter account. Which video? Man, somebody said my video is trending on Twitter. So I want to know which one. Let me know. M87S7, that is something we got to discuss later. Well, Kendrick, after you tell me the video that is trending on Twitter, we are not here to speak about immigration policies of Europe. Now we are here to... Now let's go. Guys, you are welcome to my program this morning. This morning I do not have time. Diane Abuga, Merry Christmas to you and your family too. This morning, listen attentively. In fact, I am happy with myself. Somebody sent me a message. He said, I am not even prophesying. Say, I speak reality, and all the things I'm speaking about are happening. This is no joke. Now let me tell you. When Don Abel, I see you. When was it? On the 24th night. On the 24th night, Benjamin Netanyahu gave Christmas message. On the 24th night, Benjamin, that is the Prime Minister of Israel, now listen, gave Christmas message. And he warned Nigeria to stop. Now listen, though, that I did not say it. Benjamin Netanyahu warned Nigerians to stop killing Christians. That was his message. Before you come, one thing about African people is especially you look down on your own kind. Majestically, you said there was a big fire in Lagos. Which fire? When? Today, when did that happen? Fire outbreak or anything. What happened in Lagos? When I just wake up now, I did not even search for news. I just came live. On the 24th, okay. Becca Mills, I see you. Good to see you. Yes, so I'm out again. Yesterday I was so busy. Okay, majestically, man, we are here to talk about now. Peter Cole, I see you. I see everybody. Sammy the King, Trump came again. Really? Wait. Guys, I just came out. Let me concentrate. After then, let me start by not reading comments, because if I start reading comments now, we will not run this program. Yes, if I start reading comments, I will not run this program. So I am not reading comments anymore. So if you make any comments, you can make the comments you want. I'm not responding so that I can concentrate. Now, on the 24th of December, the Prime Minister of Israel, man, we are here to, to analyze what's going on. On the 24th of December, the Prime Minister of Israel made Christmas message. That's it. Had a Christmas, yeah, that's it. In that speech, don't forget, he spoke about Palestinian. He spoke about Turkey. He spoke about Iran and other neighboring countries. There is something a lot of you, man, I'm going to go raw this morning. There is something a lot of you do not know. Listen attentively. Let me tell you. Many of you do not know Syria was a Christian nation. This Syria you are seeing here that is Christian majority, mainly Christian nation. Listen attentively. Many of you don't know that Turkey was a Christian nation. You don't know these things. You ask yourself, before I go further, for those of you who may come here and say, hey, uncle, listen, I do not have religion anymore. I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Muslim, but I'm telling you what's going on in this world. Turkey was a Christian nation. Syria and many other Palestinian. This Palestinian you are talking about, they are talking about now. Palestinian was a Christian nation. Those neighboring countries. How you say you never knew? What are you talking? So you don't know about these things I'm saying? Okay, let's go forward for that. Constantinople, what is the name of Turkey before self? Now let me come. You ask yourself, how then did these countries become Muslim countries? Ask yourself, how did Turkey, Syria, Palestinian, and many other neighboring countries became Muslim majority. Oti Rasco. There was a guy I stayed with in Cairo. His name was Rasco then. You understand me? I do not know. That Rasco was a very tough guy then. That Rasco was a tough guy then. So let's go. Now, Palestinian, Benjamin Netanyahu said, before they left, Lebanon, DJ Tiku, Lebanon was a Christian nation. Many people don't know. I said all these neighboring countries. Lebanon too. People don't know these things. Lebanon was a Christian nation. But let me talk about Palestinian that Benjamin Netanyahu spoke about. He said, before they left, you know, these Israelites were scattered. Palestinian was 80% Christian. You can go watch. He wasn't lying. He said, you can rewatch the video. He said before they left that land, before they scattered, Palestinian was 80% Christian. By the time they came back, now today, Palestinian is 20% Christian and 80% Muslim. What was he explaining in that video? He is explaining, listen, I want to go raw this evening. He is explaining that when Muslims come to power or have any chance, what they do is to dominate and force you to convert. I know some Muslim believers will say, we don't force anybody. I know some Muslim believers will say, we don't force people to convert to our religion. What they do, they put policies in place. They force you to adapt adopt that religion. That's the best way. They force you to adopt that religion. Now, before I go further, and I know some people may say they don't. This is the reality. When I go live here, have quest. Wait, hold on. After my broadcast, you can come in. I may bring you in to talk. Let's look at Nigeria. Let's see, any country you are living in that you are not free. A lot of people don't know. Let me tell you, these things you tell women to wear burqa. That is what I call gender discrimination. Because women are supposed to live in freedom. Listen attentively. Women are supposed to live in freedom. This thing you force women to wear burqa, to me, that is not religion. I'm telling you my mind. That is gender discrimination. A man and a woman are supposed to live freely. A man and a woman are supposed to live their lives freely. That is like dominating women, oppressing women. Listen attentively. My name is Rodi. I say it the way it is. Why should women be covering themselves muscular? Now, don't get me wrong. There is what I call decent dressing. Decent dressing is different from this one now. That women are forced. Women, look at what is happening. Now, did you read the news of a man who unalived the wife and the daughter because they refused to wear hijab? What type of religion is that? A man unalived the wife and the daughter. Did you not see the news? Because the wife and the daughter, which God are you calling on? Which God are you calling on? Which God are you pleasing that you've got to unalive your wife and your daughter? That is being, how do I say it? Ignorant. Because of religion, which Allah are you pleasing? Which God are you pleasing that you've got to unalive your wife and your daughter because they did not put on hijab? Well, let me leave it at that. I do not know if some of you saw that video. Did you see that news? Now let's honor killing to your own daughter because she's not putting on hijab. Your own wife. Now, okay, I don't want to even go there. Now let's go further. Guys, if you are seeing me for the first time, this is why you see Europeans are outlawing, that is, they are making laws now, stopping girls from putting, in Austria now, if you are under 14 years, you cannot wear hijab and go to school. You know why? They said it is gender discrimination. Denmark, many countries in Europe now are canceling that idea. Denmark said, if you want to practice your religion and your culture, you go back to your country. And now, if you put on that, what is it? That one you cover your face. If you put on is it burqa? They deport you. Only putting it on, you get deported. You go back to your country. Now let me tell you, when we came here, how do you even identify who is inside that burqa? What's it called? I think it's called, but how do you identify who is inside that place? Somebody who is a terrorist can wear that burqa and cause harm, pretend to be woman. You cannot put that on in civilized society. You cannot wear that in civilized because you don't know what is inside that thing they are wearing. And you cannot recognize the face. If somebody is putting on that burqa and how do you recognize, how do you snap the person that committed that? And sometimes you wake up, you reason like a human being. How can you be covering your face and the whole of your body and be walking on the streets? If I should cover my face and leave only my eyes open, how would you know if I'm a man or a woman? How would you know what I'm carrying underneath, what I'm carrying inside that burqa? How would you know it? I'm asking you. Now let's use our brain at times. Let's go further. Now I am concentrating on what Benjamin Netanyahu. Guys, give me 1 second. Share this program. So I'm back. Man, here is so hot, but I don't know. Now let's listen. How would you know who is inside that burqa they are putting on in Western country? Do you understand me? If the person offends you, now let's be realistic. That person inside that burqa, if he offends you, and maybe before the police comes and they ask you to, would you recognize the person that did so thing? How do you explain? How do you identify the person? We are not living in Stone Age anymore. How do you identify the person that is inside that burqa? How would you identify the person? You see, these are the things. And sometimes when we talk about this, you see some people get upset. Now, let me go further. Yes. Now, let me go further. Even I, myself, now, I don't have anything with hijab. That is, you showing your face. But you covering yourself to this level is unacceptable. Why should you do that? Why should you cover yourself to the extent nobody will see any part of your body, only your eyes? In the West, in civilized countries, where you know that is the system works. Okay, let me leave this. Let me not talk about that. Now, maybe we might come about. We may talk about it later. Now, let's go further. So now, Benjamin Netanyahu spoke about the genocide against Christians in Nigeria. Before Benjamin Netanyahu said it, Donald Trump came out like a month ago. He now asked Nigerian government to stop the killing of Christians. Now there are some organizations, that is Western organizations in Nigeria, that are taking reports of what's going on. I think you saw the videos. I posted some of those videos. Some people, listen, I know some people like to come here and make some kind of noise. Now let me charge my hand. See. Before the president of USA came out to tell Nigeria, to warn Nigeria to stop killing Christians, don't you think he has made his findings? He has taken time to study. They have taken time to study what is going on in Nigeria. Before Donald Trump will come out and tell Nigeria government to stop the killing of Christians, do you think he was drunk, that he did not know what he was saying? Is that what you think? Now let's go further. After that, Benjamin Netanyahu came and said, and you thought, you guys, the last program I had here, a lot of people came out, were saying, hey, the West is sponsoring this terrorism in Nigeria. Go sit down. Now I've watched the videos, I've seen. Okay, I'm rushing this program. You see the problem, I keep telling you, the problem of Africa is religion. Let me say, you know why I am excited about all this? I said it before before Donald Trump, Benjamin, I said, the problem of Africa is religion. I keep saying it. Now let's go further. Why is the world attention, all eyes on Nigeria? Why is Nigeria not moving forward? Why? Now listen, I saw many videos of Nigerian passport holders crying. These passport holders are living in the West. They are not living in Africa. They are living in Western countries. They are crying. You know why they are crying? Let me tell you. They say if they go to embassies, like if they want to go to, one lady living in Japan said she has Japanese residence permits, but cannot go to Singapore, other neighboring Asia countries, because of she has Nigerian passports. Each embassy she goes to, they will turn her down. While other African countries that have residence permits in Japan, they give them visa. But immediately you present Nigerian passport, they start questioning you, and in the end, they decline your request. I've seen many videos about that. Now listen attentively. Now, what's the name? Patrick, I'm not here to argue with anybody, but let me continue because I do not want to be distracted. I saw many Nigerian passport holders regret holding Nigerian passport because he said they don't respect the passport. Nobody respects the passport. And why? Excuse me. Why? Why do you think the world does not respect Nigerian passports? It is because of what is going on in Nigeria, the corruption, bad name, bad image. Let's hold on. So now, everybody is because, listen, if you go search, I saw more than 5 or 8 people crying the same thing, not women, men crying, saying that with that passport, even if you have a residence permit in the country you are living in, other countries will not even respect you and give you visa. Let's go. Why are Nigerians disrespected wherever they go? You know why? Let me tell you why. Nigeria does not have capable leaders. Most of the people who have been piloting the affairs of Nigeria are religious bigots, tribal bigots. People who do not have the interests of Nigeria at heart. These people are not patriotic to Nigeria as a country. I will explain it to you. You don't know. We are talking about Nigeria as a country. Now listen, why did I say religious bigots are in charge of Nigeria? See, I want to go raw in this video. There are people who earnestly, they sincerely want the progress of Nigeria. But those people who sincerely want the progress of Nigeria do not have that chance or that opportunity to come into power. Number one, yes, they block it. Now, when you want to build a nation, I'm talking about Nigeria, for instance, now. Many people do not know that Nigeria was never one. This is not me sowing seed of discord. It was a white man, white people, the British. It was the British that came and amalgamated Nigeria in 1914. Before the British came, there were indigenous Africans who were functioning on their own. Listen attentively. Before British came, let me tell you guys why Nigeria still remains the way it is. Merry Christmas to you. Before British came, listen, the Igbos are indigenous to Nigeria. They have been living in that region called Igbo land for thousands of years. Now, before white men came, Yoruba people have been living in the land they call Yoruba land for thousands of years. Before white men came, the Hausas have been living in Hausa land for thousands of years. They have been functioning on their own. Are you listening to me? So now, the British came, Africa, they colonized all these countries. What do they call them? They came and they came. Now listen, the British came and were able to defeat these tribes, these kingdoms. We had Benin Kingdom. The Edo Benin Kingdom, they were functioning on their own. This Edo region you are seeing there, I read about Edo Kingdom. Before British came, Edos had their own kingdom in the space you call Nigeria today. Listen attentively. So, because white Europeans came with superior weapons, it took them years to dominate, to overrun these kingdoms. Listen, it took them years to overrun these kingdoms that existed. Africa had kingdoms. And before white men came, these kingdoms were functioning on their own. Listen attentively. These kingdoms were functioning on their own. If you go to Igbo land, you hear about the Inri Kingdom. If you go to Edo, you hear about the Benin Kingdom. I think that's the Benin. Yoruba have their own kingdom. If I remember it, I will tell you. Even the Mali, Mali? There's all this Mali itself, they have their own kingdom. Senegal, all those people. Now these kingdoms were existing in Africa and living in peace with themselves. Now let me tell you, during those days, you cannot hear that Inri Kingdom invaded any other tribe. Though then, yes, majestically mane, Bakongo, you cannot hear that Yoruba Kingdom invaded any tribe. The Hausas were on their own. The Hausas were on their own. Do not forget, it was Africa. Kingdoms existed and they lived peacefully. Yes, these kingdoms lived peacefully. So all of you that are saying that white men came and do this before, I don't even want to go deeper. Now, these indigenous Africans we are living, I told you, they practiced their traditional religions. Then there wasn't anything like Christianity or Islam. Go check. Go check. Then there wasn't anything like Christianity or Islam. When these kingdoms were existing in Africa, there wasn't anything like that. Then around 1804 or thereabout, Osman Danfodio came to Nigeria, visited northern Nigeria. Sokoto, Zamfara, where all these states you know about today were formerly Hausa states. Indigenous Hausa people inhabited these states. You can go check the record. Osman Danfodio came to Nigeria as an island. He came as a business merchant. From there, he used force, jihad, to start to dominate the Hausas. This is what I've known. This is what I know, what I've read. The man came. With time, he was able to dominate and the Hausas that lived in northern part of Nigeria. And gradually, a lot of you do not know that many Hausas are Christians. There are so many Christians in the northern, many northerners are still Christians today. Now, this is why some people are saying, when you are saying that God gave you Christianity, God gave you Islam, I disagree with you. Now, having made this program, having listened to me, you have heard from me now. Before these religions came, Africans were already existing in Africa. My ancestors did not know about God or Jehovah or anything, or Isaac, or what is it, Jacob, and these characters you hear in the Bible. African ancestors did not know about these characters you hear in Quran. Listen, African ancestors did not know about these characters you hear in the Bible and the Quran. They were just practicing their African religion, African traditional religion. So how did Islam enter Nigeria? Islam entered Nigeria through Osman Danfodio. You understand me? A Fulani man. That was how he came and overran. He overran these northern states through jihad. Now it was British that came. When British came with their superior weapons, Britain overran the Fulanis. Because they were in control of northern Nigeria then. When they came, they overran the Hausa communities. They became in control. So British came and British defeated the Fulanis and still made them to stay in control. A kind of. Now listen. So when British people were able to overcome or overrun all these kingdoms, guess what happened? British amalgamated Nigeria without, listen, because some of you might like to come and say, British brought these kingdoms, this geographical location you call Nigeria. It was this white boy, Frederick Lugard. They then amalgamated, brought these kingdoms, the Yorubas, the Igbos, the Edos, the Calabars, and anywhere the white man conquered, they made it their colony. So that geographical location, listen attentively, was amalgamated, was brought together, not for the good of the people, but for business interests of British people. Listen attentively. For their own political and business interest, not for the interest of the people. Because you know what, they already, you've been conquered, you've been defeated. Do you understand me? So that amalgamation was for the interest of British people, not for the interest of Nigerians. Let's go. Nobody, they did not hold any conference to ask maybe the chiefs, what do you call it? The kings, to ask them. They just imposed that Nigeria, and that was how Nigeria came to be. I know some of you might start talking about this was how it came to be. Now listen. Now, as Nigeria came together as a nation in 1960, Nigeria gained independence from British in 1960. The amalgamation was in 1914, but Nigeria gained independence from British in 1960. Now listen. Because these people do not have anything in common. Listen attentively, I will lecture you guys a lot. Because there are places in Nigeria you need 2-3 days by road to get to that place. By road to drive. 2-3 days by road to get to that place. Do you understand me? Now listen. Now because these people you call Nigerians today, they have different languages. In fact, as I'm making this video, there are over 500 different languages. 500 different languages in Nigeria. They don't eat the same type of food. Now, they don't eat the same type of food, and they do not have the same religious beliefs. They don't speak the same language. You don't understand. Just to tell you what British did. This is not me causing division, but I am telling you, explaining to you the history of Nigeria. Now let me tell you. Here, my wife that I married is a Yoruba woman. We've been together for years. Now my wife that is a Yoruba woman, listen. When Europeans, when white people like Austrian people, when they see us, they are surprised that I don't understand my wife's language, native language. She doesn't understand mine. You don't understand it. Let me explain it. When people come and see my wife, they think we speak the same language, we are the same. They ask us, what language do we speak? Then we begin to explain to them how we are. They get shocked. They say, oh, you don't speak? So you don't understand. I don't speak the same language with my wife. When white Europeans come, I'm telling you the truth. So when Europeans are shocked, because they don't know these things, they say, you are black, you are the same place, you are from the same place, but you don't speak the same language. I said, that's it. You see what the British did. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, there is no how, listen. There is no how you can put, and they know it, that is what is called divide and rule. There is no how you can put a dog, a cobra, an elephant, a tiger in the same room and expect peace to reign. There is no how you can put a cat, a dog. You cannot put a cat, a dog, a snake inside the same room and expect peace or expect that country to move forward. What you see, what is going on in Nigeria is called tribal supremacy, religious supremacy. The country cannot move on. I'm going to explain a lot of things for you this morning. Each tribe is fighting which one that we dominate, we remain relevant as far as politics is concerned. Share this program. So I'm back. Man, I'm sweating so much. Now let's go. Now listen. You cannot. You know what British did? And the Africans, listen. You cannot do that. Why do you think countries like Japan, China, and the rest, why do you think, do you know what is called a nation? There is a difference between a nation and a country. A nation is made up of people with the same ideology, the same religion, the same language, the same culture and tradition. That is what a nation is called. A country is different from a nation. Go check it. Nigeria is a country and not a nation. A nation must have the same values, the same way of life. You don't understand it, but when you travel, I will explain a lot of things to you. Now listen. Now, guys, before I go further, you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube page at Uncle Rody. Now, you know, a lot of people here divide and rule. Divide. When you want a people not to move forward, you divide them. And immediately they keep fighting among themselves. Any country that keep fighting among themselves can never, a country that fights among itself can never move forward. Never. Now, that is why where you hear divide and rule. So British brought Nigeria, these tribes together, and they knew exactly what they did. How is Nigeria today? Now let's talk about Islam and this strike from USA. This airstrike from USA. Now let's talk about it. A typical Muslim man from the north, listen attentively. Listen, let me tell you why Nigeria has remained backward. This is not me showing disrespect, but I'm giving it to you raw. A typical Muslim man from the north. I'm not telling you that, don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you that Muslims are bad. There are good Muslims, there are bad Muslims, there are good Christians, there are there are good and bad Christians, there are good and bad Muslims. But Islam is a political religion. I must say it. Now let me tell you, Islam is a political religion. When a Muslim believer comes into power in Nigeria, the first thing, that's why I told you that religious bigots are the ones, when a Muslim believer comes into power in Nigeria, the first thing that comes into his mind is to expand Islam, to pass policies that in accordance to Islamic religion. This is why, you see, as I'm running program here, many Northerners will tell you they own Nigeria. This is the mindset. You keep hearing it. Dominance, takeover, control. It is not about nation building. For the freedom and love of the nation, it is about dominance, takeover. Some people will come on social media, they tell you, is Muslims own Nigeria. Have you seen the mentality? They think that's what they want many times when I run programs here, you see Muslim come say, we own Nigeria. That is, the mindset is to overrun other tribes in Nigeria, other religions in Nigeria, and take full control. And you cannot overrun. And how are they doing it? They do it through federal power. If a Muslim man comes into power, he wants to use federal might. That's what is happening in Nigeria. They use federal power, federal might. And they do it politically. They fight to get into power and use this political power to, spread their religion and dominate. This is what they do. And this is why Nigeria, and you have other tribes who are resisting it, like the Igbos, some Yorubas, and some other religion. Do you understand what I mean? Now listen. You cannot, and this is the problem, you cannot run a country like that based on religious sentiments or religious beliefs. If you doubt me, they will tell you Nigeria is a secular nation. You know what is a secular nation? A country where all tribes are free to practice their religions. Now, they will tell you Nigeria is a secular nation. In a secular nation, you have 13 northern states that practices Sharia law. And their Sharia law tend to override national constitution. That is, if you go, how can you have religious laws in a secular state? I'm asking you. To tell you that the black man is not serious yet. You are not yet ready. You are not yet ready for nation building. Let me go further. Most of the leaders you have, most of the people you call leaders in Nigeria, they don't have faith in that country. You know what? They are not patriotics. They are not patriots. Listen attentively. Most of these people you call leaders in Nigeria, they are not patriots. You know what is? Now, I will talk about this Sharia law later in this program. I will tell you why you see why Nigeria has become a shame to the rest of the world. This is why. This is a country that is not united as one. You see, how can you have a different religious ideology in a particular part of the country, and the rest have different religious ideology? And you come out and tell us, hey, you are living Christian, you are living as one. It's a lie. Tell yourself the truth. It is a lie. How can you say you are one when you placed Sharia law in 13 states in Nigeria and you say you are one? You have the same deal. Well, it's a lie. Tell yourself the truth. Now let me tell you why the rulers you have in Nigeria are not patriotic. Number one, listen attentively. Now, I always say here, I say it every day here, I always say, for Africa to move forward, you need to relegate religion. You need to push away religion. Number one, religion divided Africa, divided the world. For Africa to move forward, you need to push away religion. Now, let me continue. A Nigerian leader, president, since I was born till now, I'm getting old. A president. Let me tell you why these rulers do not have faith in their countries. I will explain it to you now. A president of a country will get sick. The next is he will fly to United Kingdom, to Germany, European countries for medical treatment. The children and the wives, their children and their wives. A leader who has faith. A leader who has faith. Now respect white man, respect Europeans. I'll give it to you raw. A leader who has faith in his country can never. That thing you travel abroad to go build. I mean, that hospital you travel abroad to go receive medical treatment, you replicate it in your native land, in your country. Don't you see the infrastructures abroad? You can never see an European. I want to ask you, how many Europeans travels to Africa for medical treatment? How many Americans travels to Africa for medical treatment? How many Japanese travels to Africa for medical treatment? Have you seen a Japanese, a Chinese president? You don't know. These are patriots. There is what? An African man will shamelessly travel to UK or Germany to go cure bone diseases, to go, but in your home country, you have, now since I was born till now that I'm getting old, nothing good. You know why? At times when they make a budget, when they bring out money to build a hospital, to build roads, to build bridges, maybe the person they gave that contract to is from a different tribe. To build a country, see, if you come to Austria, let me tell you, if you come to Austria, I was here when they built the road on my street. The road that they built on my streets, in the next 3,000 years, nothing will happen to it. They build the roads and the bridges with love. You don't understand. If you come here, if you come to Austria, it's like heaven, paradise. They build the streets, the countries with love. I am not, you don't, not maintenance. Men, I witness how they build roads. You see love for country. This place I'm living, formerly this place, you know, was like, you see bushes. Let me tell you, you know what Vienna government did? When they discover, see how they build countries. When they discover that a particular part of a state or country is not bubbling, is not happening, they go cite powerful infrastructure in that district or that part of the country. Something like stadium or hospital or maybe a big shopping complex. They always go cite. You understand me? Now, they travel to, what they do is, I'm not reading comments, I will read comments later. So what they do is they go cite an infrastructure that will attract people to that place. So where I'm living now, if you see, they built, that is the best hospital in the world, I may say in the world or in Europe, in my district. That's in my district. That's how they do. And if you see the crowd it's brought here, business are thriving. Now you ask yourself, I told you, a leader, listen, you see, somebody that call himself a leader whose children are attending school overseas, a leader whose wife lives overseas, a leader whose investments are overseas. How do you call that person a leader? A leader who has no faith in his country. In some cases, I saw videos. When Buhari was in power, I saw videos how he brought in, what's he called, fighters to come and oust Jonathan Goodluck. How he brought in people, foreigners, foreign fighters to come fight in case Goodluck Jonathan refuses to relinquish power in 2015. That's no love for the country. You brought in fighters from other countries. These fighters you brought in, these are terrorists. You brought them in from another countries to come fight. You have no love for your country, because if you have love for, now in the first place, how can you illegally bring in terrorists into your country to come fight, to come oust a sitting president? And according to the video I watched, after the general election, Goodluck Jonathan relinquished power. He did not resist. He did not want to hold on to power. 2015. So these thousands of terrorists that Buhari brought and his men brought stayed back in Nigeria. The reason they came to Nigeria to come fight, to make the government of Goodluck Jonathan to mess it up, did not materialize. So these people remained in Nigeria with the weapons. I saw many videos with the weapons. How can you love your country and bring in fighters? You see, I told you guys, you brought in fighters. Now the puzzle is here. Let me fix this puzzle. How can you bring in strangers, foreigners to come and destroy your country? Let me go further to tell you, there is no country. There is no country. You will see what is happening in Nigeria, where you see kidnappings are taking place. They bomb churches. At times they bomb mosques. And then nobody will intentionally, who love his country or her country, will intentionally love to be destroying his country. You cannot tell me you love Nigeria and you are destroying Nigeria. It's not possible. If you love Nigeria, you see a single bomb will not even explode. You kidnapping, all these things we are seeing. Most of these things that you see that are happening in Nigeria are people who never loved Nigeria, who are not indigenous to Nigeria. Many of them who don't want Nigeria to progress. Because if you love and care for Nigeria, you will not cause insecurity. Now you know what the image of a country matters a lot. The image of a country matters a lot because we are in technology era. Technology era is anything you do now will spread like wildfire. Anything you do now, the world will know about it. So now, what you see, now listen, I live in Austria and I pledge allegiance to Austria and I'm patriotic to Austria and I love this country. This is a country I'm ready to fight for. Lay down my life for this country because I love this country. You see me, sometimes I talk about immigration and everything. I'm not telling you because I have love for this country. Nobody will love a country and want the country to be spoiled. Sometimes on the street, when people misbehave, you see me fight. You don't understand. Police will come. There was a time one day, one man blocked street train. I fought him. Police came. When police came, he saw me as a black man. But when I explained what happened, they gave that man fine. The man parked his car and was messing up, doing romance with his wife inside the car, and it was green for the tram to keep driving. These foreigners, I saw it. The tram was, ringing the bell for the man to give way. The man stood causing traffic jam. I got so upset and went to the man and shouted at the man. He saw me as a black man. He said, "Oh, how dare a black man come to?" He came at me. I showed him now. Police came. When police came, they saw me as a black man, like, what's going on? I had a video, I made a video. Police came and showed the police the video. Police gave that man strife, gave that man fine. Let me tell you, you've got to have love for the country you live in. There are most of the people that you see that are kidnapping, are causing havoc in Nigeria, do not have love. Image matters a lot in nation building. You don't understand. All this, there is nobody that will love Nigeria and that person will be sponsoring terrorism. Listen, you cannot tell me you love Nigeria and you are sponsoring terrorism. It is not possible. These people are not really, they are not indigenous to Nigeria. They have no love for Nigeria. It's not possible. Let me tell you what you do not know. You cannot tell me you love Nigeria and people are dying like that and you are quiet. You are people, you are race, your countrymen cannot be sponsoring the killing of your own people. Not in the name of religion or political gains. I'm telling you. How can you tell me? Let me go further. See, if one person is unalived here in Austria, the police will make sure that they fish the person out so that there will not be reputation. That is love for the country. If you commit a crime here, they will make sure you don't go scot-free. The police have your fingerprints, your DNA. That is the whole Europe. There will be hunts for you. They will be searching for you. They will track you down. Now, let me tell you, when I watch what's going on in Nigeria, the way people are dying, thousands of people dying, communities displaced, you cannot tell me that you love Nigeria as a leader, such a thing will be happening and you will remain quiet. Somebody who loves Nigeria will go after terrorists. Make sure that all of them are extinguished. If you say you love Nigeria, you cannot tolerate killing. Whether it be a Muslim or Christian, no church or mosque will be burnt. This one, you'll be hearing, they call the police, they call the military, there was a military checkpoint. Now, they tell you that the terrorists have infiltrated Nigerian government. Goodluck Jonathan said it. Said it. Some people, what is the name? Banjuma, what is the name? What is the name of that? Danjuma. Danjuma. He said the same thing. How can terrorists be sacking communities, killing your people, and for years, and nothing is done about it? A lot. You see ID camps in northern Nigeria. Communities sacked, and you say, and nothing is done about it. Now think it. You ask yourself, where are the leaders? Where are the police, the Navy, the Air Force? Now listen now. You see Donald Trump. You see America came now. America is already using their Air Force. What did they call it? Airstrike. America is striking these ISS camps. You saw the on 25th. Now let's get down to business. America is striking the terrorist camps in northern Nigeria. They did it on Christmas Day. How come Nigerian governments have not been able to strike terrorist camps like that? Normally, Nigerian government does not need any, they don't need any external help. They should be capable to, do away with these terrorists. Do you understand what I mean? There should be, normally, what about the Air Force? What of the Air Force? They should, you see now, are you expecting America to come fight, land, what soldiers to come and grant, what's it called? March the forest. Why don't you use Air Force and bomb the locations of these terrorists? You know their hideouts. Track them down and bomb them. This is why a lot of people are saying that the government is compromised. This is why you see people are saying, why don't you, what do you have Air Force in Nigeria? Why don't you use that? Now, we should ask questions. Why don't you use the Air Force to bomb these terrorist hideouts and deal with them once and for all? Now, all of you that came out and say America should leave Nigeria as a sovereign, I told you guys, America has come. Now, let me tell you one thing now. Do you want me to prophesy? Because it is, now this is not a joke. Do you want me to prophesy? Before you say, I'm saying my mind though. You cannot be killing a particular tribe. When you want to, wipe out a tribe or a religion in your country, it becomes genocide. Listen attentively. Now, I've been living in Europe and a lot of wars took place in ex-Yugoslavia. Let me tell you, I don't know who is listening to me now, but let me tell you. What is happening in Middle Belt is genocide. What is happening against Christians is genocide. Don't get me wrong. I am not telling you that Muslims are not attacked. Some Muslims are attacked, and these are Muslims who are against their belief, sort of. If you're not on their side, you get attacked. But their primary targets are Christians. What they want is to they don't want Christians in any part of northern Nigeria. Now, let me go further. And if they are able to overcome the middle belt, they will come south. Now, let's go further. There was a man called Milosevic. I forgot, either Milan Milosevic. He was ex-president of Yugoslavia then, Milan Milosevic. Back then, listen. Many years ago, I was here. Many years ago, Slobodan Milosevic. Guys, before I go further, you go to my YouTube channel at Uncle Rodi and subscribe to my YouTube page. Now, this Milosevic, the Serbians were having problem with Kosovo, people from Kosovo. There was a region of, Kosovo was formerly a part of Yugoslavia, ex-Yugoslavia, Serbia. Kosovo was formerly a part of Serbia. But let me tell you, Slobodan Milosevic, this Kosovo, to tell you that, for those of you that are saying America, I tell you America go to fight. Let me tell you, Kosovo is mainly Muslim part of Serbia. 85% of this Kosovo was Muslim. And they were having, you see, Serbians are Christians and Kosovo are mainly Muslim. That area is mainly Muslim. So because the Christians and Muslims were having problems in Serbia, it resulted to killing themselves. Just exactly what is happening in Nigeria now. Go check the record. I'm not telling you a lie. They started killing themselves. To the extent that you see this kind of mass grave happening in Middle Belt, that you see that they go and unalive 200 people, 100 people at night. Listen attentively. I'm talking. No, now, these Serbians, ex-Yugoslavia and Kosovo, they began to fight. Kosovo is a small region of Serbia. Guess what? As that war, this evidence came out, how they were killing people from Kosovo because of their religion and things like that, where they come from. America came in. I watched it. You know what America did? Let me tell you. America came in and separated, gave Kosovo independence. Say, stay on your own. I watched it happen. Stop killing yourself. America came in and separated. Serbia said they were waiting for America. America did not come for land fights. They bombed bridges, and America came in and separated, gave Kosovo independence automatically. Today, Kosovo is a country of its own. Go check history. Go check history. If you cannot live together as one, if you cannot be killing yourself as a people, and the world will be watching. You cannot be killing yourself. Now I'm telling you, Kosovo is a small country, but they are on their own now. They have their own country. If you want to practice Christianity or Islam, you practice it and live together as one without you enforcing your religion on anybody or trying to take over a country because you have a particular advantage or not. It will end up in crisis. This is why you need capable leaders. I told you, not religious bigots, not tribal bigots. Somebody who will not, somebody who has the interest of, I told you guys, who are the leaders that have been piloting the affairs of the country? The so-called president. Go check Kosovo. The same thing that is happening in Nigeria was what happened in Kosovo, and America came and gave Kosovo independence. If you continue, because nobody wants to die, if you continue killing your citizens in the name of religion, causing havoc, at a time the world may step in. This thing you see America now, Israel and this thing, Christians in Nigeria are having allies. You don't know. They have now people that will come and stand for them. It is better if you have responsible leaders. It's better you put your house in order and forget that religion. You cannot stand these world powers. Israel is a world power. USA and many other countries. You cannot stand them. You cannot. If they decide to divide Nigeria, they will do it in a twinkle of an eye. Don't use your hand to bring doom to the country. I'm telling you. Don't use your hand to bring doom. In fact, let me tell you, Nigeria has never had a patriotic president. Most of the presidents Nigeria has had are sectional. I'm telling you. Most of the presidents Nigerians have had, they are sectional. Nobody has ever, you don't have, what do you call it? You don't have patriots. You don't have it. The other day, one of my fans, I don't call him a follower, he has been following my page for a long time. He said he traveled to Nigeria to celebrate Christmas. Many of you had it. He traveled to Nigeria on the 19th, I think 19th or 9th. He traveled to Nigeria on the 19th. From the airport, they tracked him. Armed robbers. A few minutes after the airport, they blocked him. All of you had it. Took him to his house and they collected $10,000. Collected all his personal belongings, all the things he came with, and put his head inside the toilet, WC, where people shit, put with gum. They collected everything, and after collecting his 10,000 naira, they collected everything. They asked him to leave Nigeria, or they will come again, or they will come again. And he said he went to police. Even police, if he wanted to collect the money he has, collect more. There wasn't police could do. There wasn't anything they could do. The guy had to instantly, the stress of flying from USA to Nigeria. He has to instantly go back, travel back. He said to save his life. Now, guys, I'm not telling you. Many of you watched the video live. As I'm making the guy went to celebrate Christmas. Now he's back in USA. The guy is now back in USA. A country without security. No security. The boy was saying, he said, anything can happen to you there anytime. Somebody can come out and slap you and beat you and nothing will be done about it. You have nobody to complain to. Somebody can come and slap you and do you anything and there is nothing you can do. If you are vulnerable, you can be oppressed till eternity and you have no say, nothing will be done about it. Before I go further, some of you Nigerians are saying Americans are coming for your resources. Keep quiet. Which resources does Kosovo have? Do Kosovarians, this Kosovo that America came to liberate, do they have oil or gas? I'm asking you. Kosovo that USA came to liberate, that is now an independent country, do they have oil or gas? What do they have that America came to liberate them? You want development, but you don't want to do the right thing. Now let me tell you, in Europe, in the West, you enjoy freedom, liberty, freedom of speech. You know what is development? In a country where they'll use federal states or federal might to stifle your voice. You cannot talk. Why do you think people want to go live in America? Because they call it land of the free. Where you be free. That's why people rush to America. Even whether you are a Muslim, Muslims are trooping to America. You see Somalians, you see Christians, everybody, people are going to America. Go to America, you see all race. These politicians, they send their children to the West to go enjoy freedom and liberty, but they don't want to have it. They don't want it to put it in place in their countries. These politicians, they come to and see how free citizens are living. They will not replicate it. The black man want to oppress. The black man want to oppress. You are so evil. Yes. In a country where, see them now. Kidnappers, terrorists are killing people. You will not blame the terrorists, but you blame bloggers, people who are talking about what's going on. Police will go to arrest them. Why did you talk? And they will see. Terrorists are giving conditions. They are on social media. It took people, bloggers, to start shouting, how come? Terrorists, they were holding live broadcasts on TikTok. Terrorists, they are running live programs on TikTok. In a country. And you are not able to track them. It took social media personalities to start talking. How come? Before you reacted. But you see somebody, now I saw videos of some people will come and criticize substandard jobs done by some governments. Roads, you build substandard road, bridges, everything. You build a road that if rain falls, the rain will wash away the road. You pour bitumen or whatever, cement and sand on the road. Any heavy-duty truck will run on that road. The road will kaput. When people criticize, you go and arrest them. Is that a country that to live in? Do you have freedom in such a country? Country where you cannot express, you cannot criticize a government. Criticize a leader in Africa, they arrest you. Why did you say it? Don't get me wrong. If you defame a person, it is different from criticism. If you do not want to be criticized, why then did you vie for political position? If you do not want to be criticized, then you sit at home. You are not supposed to be a politician. Politics has nothing to do with religion or tribe. If you fail in... Now, I told you guys I love Trump. You think I'm joking? I told you guys I love Trump. Do you know why? All his campaign promises, he is fulfilling them. The reason why people voted him in, that is a leader. The reason why people, you don't see such leaders in Africa. They make campaign promises, and when they get into office, to hell with you. If you ask them, but you promised to fulfill this, you promised this during your campaign period, they will put you in prison. You go to prison. In Africa, try to hold your leader accountable. They don't understand democracy. You try to hold your leader accountable, they take it personal. These are people that are very backward. They say hold your leaders accountable. Try it in Africa, they take it personal. This is somebody that volunteered to be a politician. They don't understand it. You don't know that as a politician, you must be criticized. The masses are a kind of opposition party. Citizens are also a part of opposition party. Because when you are doing something, you need to be prepared for what you are getting yourself into. You say you are a leader, but you don't want to be criticized. You don't want to be talked to. And you want the world to respect you. You want the world to respect you. You are a God that nobody can talk to. You are a God that nobody can talk to because you are holding political power. If you do not want anybody to talk to you, don't vie for any political position. Sit in your home. You don't understand it. And if you want to play religion, now religion is whatever you believe in, it is between you and whatever you believe in. Don't mix religion with politics. I think it is your race. You want to go to heaven. Has nothing to do with the country. You are the person that want to go and see your God or your Allah. There are people who don't want to go and see God or Allah. So you don't force your religion because you are a leader on the masses. Now Africans, you are too backward. You are too backward. Are you not the person that will go to heaven? Am I going to heaven with you? Am I going to hell with you? You want to go to heaven, then God, why should you force me? Do you want to drag me along with you? Or did I ask you to carry me along? So if you're a leader and there are people who don't believe in what you believe in, allow them to be. Everybody must not believe in your religion or what you want to believe in. People think differently. People might have opposing views. Don't say because people have opposing views and you make them enemy. Even here on social media, there are people who have opposing views. So some people don't even agree with me. A typical African man, when people oppose their views, that somebody is against you does not mean that person is your enemy. Also, in Africa, when somebody is a member of opposition party, they see that person as an enemy. That's the problem. What is civilization? If you are civilized, you must have respect for human life. No matter what you believe in, no matter your religion, no matter who your tribe, you must have respect for human life. And there is nothing should make you to waste human life, no matter your religion, no matter which God are you talking about or which Allah are you talking about. Which Allah are you fighting for that cannot fight for himself? So is your Allah or your God powerless that you have to kill in his name and fight for him? Your God or your Allah should fight for himself now. This is a question. Listen, what is your name? Do you say your name is Freeman? I asked a question. You said old fool. Listen to me. Now I want to talk to you personally. I don't know if you are a Christian or a Muslim, but if your God or your Allah is powerful, why don't your God or your Allah fight for himself? If he has the power to create and do everything, why are you fighting for him? How can you fight for a God that you believe that is so powerful? So that means your God or your Allah is incapable of fighting for himself. I'm asking you. This is a simple question. Now let me go further. Another one is, I cannot, you see, as I live now, I cannot hate anybody because of the person's tribe or religion. I cannot dislike you. Now, anything, let me tell you, any book, any religious book that teaches hate should be made away with. Any book that tells you that anybody that does not believe in what you believe in is your enemy or should be done away with, that book is rubbish. It's not, that book should be thrown and burnt. You cannot, let me tell you exactly, let me tell you what I know. Since I was born, listen, since I was born, I have not seen God. I keep saying it here. You will live and die, you will not see God, you will not see Allah. You will not see any God, you will not see Allah. You will not see Jesus Christ, you will not see Muhammad. You will live and die. You will not see Jesus Christ, you will not see Muhammad, you will not see Allah, you will not see God. Let me tell you. The only people you keep seeing are fellow human beings. Now the question is, why should you hate and kill a human being you are seeing physically? Why should you hate? You want to kill a human being in the name for, or let me say, you want to kill a human being for Allah or God you have not seen. You don't even know if it exists or not. I have to say it. You don't even know if Allah or God exists. This was what you were told, a book, you are given a book to read. The same way you read, you study some books or subjects in school. Why don't you show a fellow human being that you are seeing physically love than showing him hate because of Allah or God you have not seen? You treat your fellow human being with kindness, treat him with love, than hating him because of God or Allah you have not seen, and you will not see till you die. This is the bitter truth. And whether you like to hear it or not, you must hear it. This is the truth. I cannot unalive a human being for any God. Which God? Where is he? Any God that encourages violence, any God that commands me to unalive a human being for him is a wicked God, is not a God. Any God that will instigate violence, any God that instigates violence, or any Allah that instigates violence is not genuine, it's not a good God. A God that will tell you that, any God that, or Allah that will tell you to kill a human being, commit violence. No, I don't. It's a lie. It's a lie. Any God that promotes violence is an evil God or evil Allah. That is it. I'm the person that talk it. Because you see, I am in my home now. I'm not seeing any Allah. I shouldn't go outside on the streets and hate a human being based on the person's religious belief, or the color, the person's culture, or language, or way of life. Now, human beings are different in their ways. Accept it. Diversity makes the world interesting. Diversity. You speak a different language than me. Like me, we don't speak the same language. We don't look alike. You see the Chinese, you see the Japanese, you see the Europeans, you see Africans. That is diversity. That is how our opinions are diverse too. You get it? That is also how opinions are diverse. So you don't hate anybody because he has a different opinion. Go to hurt a human being because he does not share the same belief or opinion like you. That is you are an animal. To utter life a human being makes you an animal. You are not different from an animal. If you have that mind to take a human life in the name of religion or hate. Yes. And let me tell you, this, you know why some African countries are not moving forward? Some of these leaders sponsors violence to win election. All these things you hear about terrorism in Nigeria, every now and then you hear that people are sponsoring terrorism. How can people whose hands are soaked in blood give you good governance? How can people who are sponsoring terrorism, what good can come out from people who are murderers? People who have mind because of political power or whatever, have minds to kill fellow human beings. In Africans, in a reason, we must have grown above this. Come to Europe, such things don't happen anymore. Africa seems to be like 200, 300 years behind. This is why you see a lot of people are in Europe. They love their peace. Dupsy, thank you so much. I like whatever you serve should be powerful enough to defend you, not you defending your God or your Allah. You get the point. When you have an Allah that cannot defend himself, you say your Allah created you, is the one now defending your Allah. The God you say you have, you are the one that defending your God instead of your God defending you. It should be when people talk against your God, God will take action or Allah will take action. In this case, you take laws into your hand. You cannot think. If I criticize Allah or God, now let him take action now. You that a human being, you come carry knife and carry gun and begin to fight me. Say, I talk about your Allah. Don't you see that you are still naive and primitive? When you unalive a human being, now look at the West. You unalive a human being, you kill a human being, you fight based on what was written in a book that they handed over to you. You say Holy Bible, Holy Quran. You unalive a human being based. What if those things were written to control you? To control you. You read a book. Because of what you read in a book, you have mind. Anything the book tells you to do, you do. You don't have your own brain to think. What the book tells you to do, you don't have your own brain. So if the book tells you anything the book tells you to do, you do. Nah, Africans are still very backward. So if the book tells you to unalive your wife and your children and everybody in your family, you unalive it. You unalive them. Because the book told you. You will not use your brain to think, this is my wife I've been living with for years. These are my children I've been living with. This my neighbor has helped me. A neighbor may not share the same religious belief with you. But that neighbor might be your keeper, might help you in different ways. I know a lot of experience I've gotten in life. Everybody serves a purpose here on earth, whether the person is a Muslim or Christian, no matter the person's religious belief. You cannot take, because some people use the religion to fight off their destiny helpers. You don't understand it. The person you are hating on, the person you need to travel and become exposed. Don't sit in your villages or in your countries and the people will be brainwashing you with religion and hate. You cannot go to a mosque or a church where the imam or the pastor is preaching hate, telling you how to conquer another people's land, take over land that people have inhabited for thousands of years. You want to cause problem. You want to create problem. You know what crisis, war, you know the result of war. What happens is, let me tell you, in war, people die, properties gets destroyed. I know a lot of you, when I said, I want America to come, America came. I said, I want America's, many of you were, especially some northern Nigerians are saying, Nigeria is a sovereign. Why didn't you fight the terrorists that are ravaging your land? Why didn't you hold your government accountable? Say, why have you been unable to fight these terrorists? Did you condemn them? You say it's okay now. America struck northern Nigeria, Sokoto. Did America come to kill Nigerians? No. They did not come for Muslims or Christians. They said they struck the hideout, the camp of ISS, Islamic States. They came to fight terrorists. They did not come to fight you as a Nigerian, or they did not use your head. Or are you supporting evil? Do you gain anything from these killings going on in Nigeria? Because I know some of you, if you are gaining something from it, you will want it to continue. You are doing business with human lives. As you are doing business with human lives, that is how others will do business with your life and the life of your children. You want people to keep dying in the name of religion. You want people to keep dying. You say you are a politician or you are really which religion? Which religion are you fighting? You want to spread that you have to kill other people to spread the religion. I'm asking you, which religion you want to spread that you've got to kill human beings to spread the religion? Religion self, you Africans, the religions you are talking about, it's not even African religion. I keep saying it. Islam and Christianity did not originate in Africa. Did not. You know my own. Let me say it. I want to live in a country where I will have freedom. If you are living in a country where you have no freedom of speech, now wake up. You are in bondage. You are in slavery. If you live in a country where if you express yourself, they come and carry you, now your own is finished. You are no longer living. That country is not supposed to be a country anymore. Any country you are living in, they are looking for what? They want to hear what you said. They are looking for what did you say. You are not living your life. You are living in bondage. I'm telling you. You are living under oppression. And this is what you've got to fight as men and women. Not to live in bondage, not to live under oppression. If you don't fight against this kind of life, your children will be enslaved. Your children will live in bondage. They will be living. You think you are free. You are not free. You are in slavery. You are in slavery. Now come to Europe. Why do you think people are living in Europe? Here you have freedom. The only thing you experience abroad is racism. Here and there, depending, like me now, I don't experience racism anymore because I'm old school. Why do you think I come on social media talk? Because I talk freely here. I talk to the police, I talk to the people, I'm free. I'm living in a free country where there is rule of law, where I have, what they tell you not to do is don't defame anybody. Even when you defame somebody, it becomes a civil case, not a state case, or maybe somebody will come and carry you, the government will come and, if you defame a person, that person can sue you to court, prosecute you, sue you to court. Not if you come on social media and talk, they will carry you. What you don't do is don't instigate violence. I'm telling you how Europe is. Don't instigate violence. Don't say you will unalive somebody or threaten people's lives. Don't do that. Outside that, you are free to speak your mind. This is Europe. I'm telling you how we live. Don't threaten anybody's life. Don't instigate violence. Don't defame. But say you are expressing yourself, you criticize the government, you criticize the politicians, you criticize the police, criticize them if they do wrong. Something is not going well in your, even here, when you criticize the police, they listen, they watch my video. They buckle up. I'm telling you. When you criticize the government, they listen to you. This is where we are going wrong. So this is what we are not doing right. They work on it. They don't even call it. Some head police don't even know what the other ones, those police on the street are doing. So when you come on social media and speak about certain things, they listen. They say, so this is what is going on. We need to stop it. Like now, if you come to Austria, to Vienna, you don't see police harassing black people anymore. Or stop you anyhow and ask you for, bring your ID cards, whatever. It has stopped because of social media. They will appreciate it, thank you. Just they say you are giving them information. In Africa, because in a country like Nigeria, a country that is made up of different tribes and different religions, hate is the order of the day in the country. It's not from our tribe. It's not from our religion. Let us deal with him. This is what hate. How can you run a country when you've got such hate? You are not supposed to share the same country if you've got that hate in your mind. Hey, this is a Christian. This is from a particular set of the country. We need to deal with them. We need to deal with it. How can you run a functional country like that? How can you? You see why the world is, you see what is going on. Everybody is talking about Nigeria. You cannot live in a country where a country that does not, a kingdom that is divided among itself will not stand. It will not. You cannot punish a person based on the person's tribe or religion or the section of the country the person come from. You cannot punish a person. You cannot show hate in the same country because of where the person comes from. In a country where some section of the country can commit a crime and go scot-free, and another section of the country will commit a crime and be punished. How do you want peace and love to exist in such a country? How do you want it? How do you want people to be patriotic in such a country where in a country where there is no justice? You know why I love Europe? Sometimes some people ask, now Uncle Rodi, why are you in Europe? Let me tell you something about Europe here. I live in Austria. I'm not hiding it. Everybody is equal before the law here. Both the presidents, politicians. If I tell you how many politicians that have gone to prison 5 years, 3 years, 4 years for corruption, you go to prison. No, it's not that you lose. That is what's it called? You resign. You go to prison. Do you understand me? Everybody is equal before the law. You commit, you go to prison. It's not in a country where this is a big connection. This is a big man's sin. You need to know you have connection to live in a country. You need to have some people that will shield you when you commit a crime. People that will protect you. What a country. This one, anybody, if you go against the law, if you commit, whoever you are, whether you are a policeman, if you are police, and they find you corrupt, you commit crime or whatever, you resign. Here, the police, if you commit anything, discrimination, anything, they catch you, maybe on camera, you resign. You don't know. They sack you. A policeman come and want to even take advantage on you, and you have evidence. That police will be resign. They will suspend the person. He will resign. I'm telling you the truth. In Africa, you need to have connection, not to go to prison. There are some people who are in prison because they have nobody. Some people, how can you live in a country where the poor are oppressed? In a country where the poor are oppressed. Here, poor people are not oppressed. I am the person telling you. Poor people are not oppressed in this country. Go to Africa. They ask you, who is your father? African man's mentality. If your father has no name, you are finished. They respect people with names. People that are rich, that are well connected. People whose parents are politicians or people, political families. These are people, they can do whatever they want and no questions asked. That is, you know what, how to run a country. The same power politicians have are the same power. I mean, it's the same power that poor citizens are supposed to have. Rich man's children, a president's son will have the same power like ordinary citizen. That is when you know that you have a functional country or government. This one, a president's son will carry security, will carry 30 security and be marching the streets, convoy. In a country where kidnappers are having a field day, terrorists are having a field day, policemen and soldiers that are supposed to be protecting the citizens will be guiding one person because the person is the president's son and nobody will speak. Now make una go sit down. All of you should go and sit down one place. That is individuals. In Africa, this is where families and individuals own a country. You want us to come and live in such a jungle where families and the individuals own a country. One person, you see 30 security men, police guiding one person. Say it's a president's son or maybe governor's son. So that means, what does that tell you? So poor people's children must die now. So poor people should not be protected. So the police are to protect only rich people's children. How about people who have no money to afford security personnel? Now let me tell you, the politicians that are traveling abroad, sending their children abroad, how about poor citizens who cannot afford, who have the same issue, health issue like you, who cannot afford to travel abroad? You that is sending your children to better schools abroad, how about poor? Now I told you that there is no love among African people. Your children are attending the best schools abroad. Poor people's children, uncle. So you know there are better schools abroad that your children should attend. How about poor people's children? So they don't deserve good schools and good things in life. They don't deserve to go to, and you say you call yourself a leader, go and sit down one place. You know, white people, this is why I love white people. Let me tell you, white people distribute that benefit. All those good things, they make sure it reaches everybody. That thing, that good school, that security, all those things your children, you say you are a politician that your children are enjoying abroad. Why don't you put it in place in your home countries? Let your children attend school in your home country. That is what I call patriotism. Your children should attend school in your home country. Go to hospitals in your home country. Let them sit in your home country. Organize your home. Stop. And the next thing is we start campaigning for the West to stop your children from coming to school abroad. Who are you deceiving? Why are you vying for, what is it called? Political office when you are full of evil. You don't believe in the schools in your country. You don't believe, you have no faith in the schools in your country. So your children need to school abroad, where they will be safe, where they will be properly lectured. Poor people's children should go to places. Now, if I tell you what we suffered as African people, what we went through, these politicians you have in Africa, African politicians are wicked and greedy. This is why Trump is coming now. Trump will deal with you guys. And if you mess up, you know what is called allied forces. Very wicked set of human beings. You want to see your people suffering. So white man has to come and save your citizens from the hand of terrorists. America needs to come and save you. You are killing yourself. A white man needs to come and stop terrorists. A whole country. Now let me tell you, a whole Nigeria, with your military, police, soldiers, navy, air force, you cannot combat terrorists. America has to come from America. How did America locate the location? How did they locate the camp of these terrorists that you are not able to locate it? Now, if you know the place, why didn't you bomb them? Ask yourself. Now, let me ask you, how did America know where these terrorists are hiding? That even Nigerian military was unable to. Do you understand what I mean? Which link are you talking about? Which link did I say I should click? You want to hack my page or what? Nguyen, you say I should click what link? What link do you want me to click? I'm asking you, how come? How come America is able to locate where these terrorists are hiding and bomb them, and Nigerian government has not been able to do it? Now think it. From America, they're able to locate the place, and maybe they will continue doing it. So we should not ask a question. You know, if you ask this question in Nigeria, like, hey, why are you asking? Now we need to ask questions. Mercy, you just landed. I didn't know. You understand what I mean? Until we start telling ourselves the truth. Now, if you want Africa to move on, now you come and say, I'm not clicking anything. You want to hack my page. I should click so that so that I will not be speaking. You want to thief my page. Do you understand me? Why are African politicians, Nigerian politicians, I'm talking about them now, all your children that are attending schools abroad, so poor man children don't deserve. What about poor man children that cannot attend schools abroad? So now if you see schools, some children are going to, some schools have no roof. Some schools have no roof. You know roof. When it rains, rain falls on children. When sun shine on children. Some schools, they don't have toilets, they don't have bathroom. That is hell. I told you guys. And these people are heartless. Their children should attend such schools. Now there are some videos you see. If you see where flooded schools, when it rains, if you see your children, so you want your children to have better life. They are going to school in America, in Europe, in Asian countries. Your children should go to that school that has no roof, no toilet. Let them go to those schools. The black man is wicked. Evil. Now, if you come abroad, now if you see primary schools here, primary schools, the classrooms, university in Africa, even universities don't meet up. If you come see primary schools here, if you go to the dining, where children eat. Now it is here. Now heaven is here on earth. If you come see primary schools, ask people that are living in the West. If you see primary schools, now when I remember the primary school I attended and saw the primary schools my children went. If you see clean, if you go to the toilet, if you go to primary schools, come to the West. If you go to the toilet, security. Go to they serve them food. You go to the dining. What is it called? If you see environment, in fact, Africa, you see Africa. If you see Africa, these leaders you call African, these leaders you have in Africa, they are evil. If that's why they send their children abroad to come and school. They knows it, but they don't want to put it in place in their home countries. Somebody said, Pushkan, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Now that the situation looks hopeless. You know why Nigeria is like that? There is no love. British know what they did. There is no love. No seriousness. If you enter there, anything can happen to you. Well, guys, I will ignore them. So, if you just newly joined us, you can go to YouTube and watch this program. Go to Uncle Rodi on YouTube. You see, if you go to my TikTok bio, you will see a link there. You see that link, press that link, it will direct you to my YouTube channel, Uncle Rodi on YouTube. You can go watch my programs. Yes, so. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm pitching it real. If you want Africa to move ahead, there are so many things you've got to do away with. Discipline, respect, justice, equity. These are the things. Strong institutions. So many things. Put religion aside. Put tribe aside if you want to build Africa. Don't come here and begin to tell me about religion. If somebody is not a Christian or a Muslim, you hate that person. You will not do anything with it. How do you want to prosper? Now come to Europe. You hear about European Union, United Europe, borderless Europe. Here we use this one currency, euro. You know what a lot of people don't understand? White people are more spiritual than African people. You may argue me. They understood spirituality more than African people. They know the value, the importance of unity, that united. They know the importance of love, showing love. Africans don't know. You are still in another era, stone age of killing and hating. Europeans have gone past that stage. They are uniting, and united, they are stronger. United, they are more powerful. Religion is what is pushing you backward. Religious bigots. I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian, Religion. Kremlin say I'm exaggerating. Africa is safe and strong. If people now begin to tell you the truth, you don't know what you are talking about. I have a lot of people that went to Africa now. If you see what happened to themselves, you go carry hand for your head. What do you think I'm exaggerating? I'm not exaggerating anything. See, let me tell you. People abuse the power bestowed on them in Africa. power abuse occurs in Africa. You see soldiers, police abuse, beat citizens on the streets. They abuse their powers. See, what are you talking about? Do you know how? Do you know? What are you telling me? You know how civilized people act here. You know why I love the West? You see America, you say, sometimes when I drop a video, some people say, it's happening in America. You say America is happening. Violence takes place too in America. Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you the difference between the West and Africa. Listen, in the West, like America, if you commit a crime, you have no place to run to. You must be caught. In Europe here, if you commit a crime, you must be caught. You see the difference? I'm not telling you that crime does not take place in the West, America, Europe, Austria. If you commit a crime here, you will not go scot-free. You see the difference? But in Africa, in Nigeria, you see kidnappers, years. Terrorists have been operating for years. Nothing done to them. They're having a field day. That's why you come and say, hey, the difference is in the West, in America, in Europe, if you commit crime one time, you will not commit it again. You must be caught, and you will spend the rest of your life in prison. You see the difference? You see crime go on in Nigeria. One person, one group of people will be committing crime for years, and nothing will be done to them. You see the difference? The police will tell you they are on top of the matter. Nothing will be done. Criminals are having a field day. Communities sacked. People get kidnapped. People get unalived. Some of these culprits wouldn't be caught. You see what this person said? What is it? Al-Mahadudullah. You said, I am against religion, yet 90% of Nigerians are Muslims. You see what we are talking about? You see that comment? You see that this man, you see, he said 90% of Nigerians are Muslim. You see the lie these people propagate on social media. Now see that comment of what is the name? Al-Hamadudullah. You see the comment, insightful comment. How do you know who are the Muslims that constitute 90% of Nigerian population? You see how these people use comments like this to incite problem. Alhamdulillah, how do you know that 90% of Nigerians are Muslims? You see why the country is backward. Have you seen it? Guys, have you seen that man now? You see the problem these people have. And this is why they lay claim to Nigeria as being a Muslim country. Be said that are you seeing it? You see the comments. You see the black man's mentality. Lies upon lies. Propaganda. If you check it, if you check the population of North and South, see the comments this man came to make. This is the problem you have in Nigeria there. Religion. See, you see the mindset. Everything in their mind, especially, he's a northern, he's from North. Everything in his mind is religion. Imagine a northerner, this is what they put in their head. He said 90% of Nigerian population is Muslim, which is a lie. Do you know the population of Igbo people? You keep telling lies. You see why people find it difficult to stay with you. You see why people, you come on social media, you say Nigeria, Muslims own Nigeria. Look at your mentality and you want progress. You come on social media, you mess yourself up. You have nothing. Now, Nigeria, if you count the population of Nigeria, Christians may be even more than Muslims in Nigeria. If you count the population of this religion, Christians may be more. You know the problem. Now, listen. If you count the population of Christians in Nigeria, there may be more than Muslims. But you know the problem with Muslims? Let me tell you now. The problem is when you get to power, when you collect power, when you come into power, you hold it and you use government, you use that federal. If you happen to come to power, you use it, you start to spread propaganda with your religion. And that is why Nigeria is backward. You see what you came out on social media to mess yourself up. This is why there is discord in Nigeria. Krem, I'm not harsh. You know what is called uniqueness. You don't, this is, Krem said I'm too harsh. You see, this is the problem we have. Krem said I am too harsh. He forgot that I speak like this. And that's uniqueness. You understand me? I'm not harsh. You don't expect me to speak the way you do. I cannot speak the way you do. I cannot speak the way you do. I don't speak. We react different. You don't know about individual uniqueness. That's why you said I'm harsh. You don't know about individual uniqueness. Somebody will come, see how they make propaganda. You come here and you make, and what is the name of that person? The problem you have in Nigeria today is religion. You see, a Muslim person will come and believe that they own Nigeria. What do you have in the north? What do you have in the north? What's the sense? Okay, let me ask you, what's the sense in Nigeria? What's the sense in Nigeria? When did Islam arrive in Nigeria? Do you want me make a decision? Let me bring you up. Make a request. Let me bring you up. You come on social media and you cause conflict. You cause problems up and down. Come up now. Let me ask you questions. Make a request. Let me bring you up. Yes, I want to see your request. I've not seen any request. Make a request. Let me bring you up. Let me tell. Let's. I'm waiting for your request. Make a request. Or you don't know how to operate a mobile telephone. Let me ask you the population of southern part of Nigeria and their religion. You come here, so you don't know how to make a request on social media. You don't know where to press. It is religion that you have in your head. Let me ask you what has been sustaining Nigeria since independence. You come out and talk anyhow. How long has the Yorubas, the Igbos been in Nigeria before you came with your religion? The Hausas too. You don't know how to make a request on social media. You come here to talk. When did Igbo people, when that land, that Igbo land, Yoruba land, Hausa land, how many thousands of years have they been living there that you come with your this thing? This is how you cause problem in Nigeria, cause disunity. People that have been living in their land for thousands of years before they amalgamated Nigeria. Nigeria was amalgamated, brought together by white Europeans. You came here now to make a fool of yourself. You are not happy that you are part of Nigeria, part of if not for oil and gas, how do you sustain Nigeria? You come on social media and you show your stupidity. Make a request now. Where does the oil come from? Where is the oil coming from? Where is the gas coming from? If not for the oil and gas, can you survive on your own? If not for the oil and gas that comes from southeast and south, can you survive on your own? You get mad to come here and talk anyhow. This is how you come on social media. Instead of even reasoning with the people, you come with religious sentiments. Every time you come out, you own Nigeria. You want to take people's land. And that is the mindset you have. This is the mindset, this is what goes on in your mind. Guys, even the person that came to talk the person that came, he does not even know how to make requests on social media. I should come to Nigeria. Are you threatening me? If I come to Nigeria, you cannot do nothing. You say I should come to Nigeria. You see you. If I come to Nigeria, show your picture. Let me check you out. If I come to Nigeria, you can't do a thing. So if I come to Nigeria, what can you do? You say I should come to Nigeria. You see, how can I cannot live with a violent people. You see, you're threatening me now. So your own is, if I come to Nigeria, you kill me. You see the mentality. Is that what you represent? Violence. So violence is what? Are you threatening me? So violence is what you represent. So violence is what you represent. So you see, this is why a lot of people don't want to share a country with you. So if I come to Nigeria, you do what? You come on social media, you say, if I come to Nigeria, you do what? You see why people are, now I will not block him. You see the mindset. You say 90% of Nigeria is this thing. You are not threatening me, say if I come to Nigeria. So if I come to Nigeria, you do what? You kill me or what? Or you commit violence or you use what and do what? I will come to Nigeria and you can't do no shit. You cannot do no shit. Because the country does not belong to you. This is how you threaten people. This is how you go about killing people in the name of religion, claiming that Nigeria is a Muslim country, that blah, 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 talking rubbish. You cannot, see America has come now. You can't do anything to America. You cannot do anything to America. You are threatening me. Now guys, if the guy has a picture, screenshot it and send it to me. Let me report the guy. I want to know if the guy has, check the guy's page. If he has his picture, screenshot it and send it to me. I saw it's on private. If his picture is there, screenshot it for that threat. If he has a picture, screenshot it and send to me fast. Let me start dealing with him instantly. So you're threatening me now. These are the people you come on social media and mess yourself. Now let me forget the guy himself. The guy is not get head. He doesn't know how to make a request. He doesn't know what. Maybe it's inside one forest self. Maybe he does not know how to make a request. Maybe he's inside one forest. Guys, please go. The party must go on. Now, just leave the guy. Let him go his way, please. I don't know why. He came here and he said, if I come to Nigeria, you do what? Do you have what can you do to me? See the country. What you know is violence. To kill. You are not ashamed of yourself. No picture. Okay, that's it. No picture. This is what we are talking about. You see, this is somebody that cannot live in peace with his neighbor. They don't accept opposing views. You don't understand? When you have an opposing views, they make you an enemy. They want to kill you. You don't understand? Are you seeing it? If you have a view or an opinion that is different from their own, the next is violence. The next is violence. Do you understand what I mean? Now, this mob I brought in now you can say your mind. Hello. I brought you in now, say your mind. Nobody's hearing you. Nobody's hearing you. Bismo, make another request. I will drop you, make another request. So you come in again. Bismo, make another request. I bring you up again. Bro Humble, now you can speak. If
greetings to you. Merry Christmas.
Okay.
I'm so happy you are bold enough to express your view. But I must tell you, without missing my words, that Nigeria is not for all of us. And there is no way it's going to work out. No matter the shout, no matter how we're going to do it. I don't think it is just a group of people's business, and they are managing it the way they want it. If somebody like Gumi, we still have his freedom, walking around, making unnecessary comments, I think, and the government neglected him. My brother, it is high time everybody think in the right direction. A prophet said it, that something like this is going to happen. And I pray before them, they will see it manifest the way he has said it. It's not about the guy saying that 70% or 90% of Nigerians are Muslims. That is his personal opinion. The issue is, when last did Nigeria conduct a census? How can we know the number of people in Nigeria that are Nigerians? How can we know the number of people in Nigeria that are foreigners? How are we managing our immigration system? My brother, when you go to all these sectors, that will determine people that are coming in and going out of Nigeria. There are still decent people who think that Nigeria belongs to them, are the one in the helm of affairs. See, when we talk about the politics, Nigeria is a political state, it's a democratic state. And whatever election there is conducted by numbers. And to be honest with you, they have the majority. There is nothing anybody can do about it. They place the politics more than every other tribe in Nigeria. And anytime they are not in power, this is what they usually do. They did it to Jonathan. They couldn't do it to Obasanjo because Obasanjo is a no-nonsense man. You can't try that kind of shit with him. You can't do it. Why did they declare state of emergency in Rivers State? Nothing. Nothing have happened to Rivers State that warrant that state of emergency. But all these states that bandits, herdsmen,
Are doing.
have been terrorizing. Nobody, not even the Senate, can discuss about it. So, but no matter how we shout, no matter what we do, my brother, you ask a very valid question. Who are we before the amalgamation of Nigeria? Who are we? That is the question people need to ask. And we desire a very good answer.
They don't know these things. Before the amalgamation of Nigeria, before white men came, before, before Danfodio, Osman Danfodio came from Mali, Zambia, wherever he came from, these indigenous Nigerians, these kingdoms have been existed. These kingdoms have been existing in the country. And these people came, they want to claim what? So, Igbos have been in southeast part of Nigeria for thousands of years. Before even the Yorubas, the Edos, the Calabaris, all these indigenous Nigerians, before these people came. And Islam and Christianity was even brought to Nigeria. It arrived in Nigeria at a certain point in time. And it's coming here now to say that now, let's hear from Bismarck, please. Bismarck, let's hear from you.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
We are listening to you.
Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you very well now.
Very, very, very well. Thank you very much. Thank you for bringing me up to this panel. Let me just be clear on certain points you made up, sir. That who are we before the amalgamation? Nigeria was not a country before the amalgamation. Nigeria was a geographical expression of certain countries, kingdoms, before the British came in 1861 to amalgamate us. Now, there are some certain sentiments flying around that the Fulanis now claim that they own Nigeria, that this one claim that they own Nigeria. No. For the purpose of education, Islam came to northern Nigeria in the 11th century. It came to Nigeria in the 11th century. That is through the northern part, not even through Kano, not even through anywhere, but from a kingdom of Borno, the Kanem Borno era.
Correct, you're right.
That is when Islam came. The Christianity came into Nigeria in the 1600s when the Portuguese visited Benin. Benin was the first spot of Christianity when the Portuguese visited Benin. The same thing with Lagos. But there were traditional rulers whom they met there before anything. Now, fast forward to what exactly is happening today. Nigeria was a united country. We saw each other as brothers before the 1966 revolution. I call it the 1966 revolution because it was a detribalized revolution. But because
for information, please, before you go on, amalgamation was 1914, not 90. The way you said, but keep talking.
Yeah, no, the idea of amalgamation came in 1861.
Okay.
It was culminated in 1914 by Lord Lugard.
Okay, keep talking.
So now let us fast forward. Nigeria was a very united country from independence to 1966 and not to the point of the Civil War. What exactly happened? Why is our problem? Why did Nigeria fall into the same problem Congo is falling into today? It is pure and simple the discovery of oil and the major resources. That is the exact problem of Nigeria today. What brought about the Civil War? It was the discovery of oil. There were two speeches there was a speech Gowon was to make at the beginning of that Civil War. That speech was supposed to divide this country and let everybody go. The Yorubas were supposed to have Western region, the Igbos are supposed to have Eastern region, and the North was supposed to have the Northern region, which was expressed by the leaders of these countries as at that time, with the exception of Chief Nnamdi Azikiwe, who was opposed to disintegration of the country. It is on record. Now, at the independence, if any one of us was born before independence, anyone in the 60s and 70s would attest to what I'm saying now. Each and every region was given its flag. It was given its flag of independence. We were not given the Nigerian flag. The Nigerian flag you see today is a product of the British. It is not our product. It is a product of the British. Even though Akinkunmi designed the flag, who was a Nigerian, it was a product of the British. But our flags for the Western region, the Eastern region, and the Northern region were given to us, which has always been part of our own heritage, was what was given to us as independence. So what went wrong? The discovery of oil and other resources brought us into what we are today. But for the purpose of education, our leaders saw this ahead but did nothing. They kept quiet. They left because they were part and parcel of the problems our problems. They are part and parcel of our problems, I must tell you that. Now, economically, Nigeria was doing well up to from the Civil War, from the end of the Civil War to 1983. What happened? It was the mismanagement of the economy. That is one. Secondly, and most importantly, Nigeria joined the non-aligned movement. And the non-aligned movement is a group of nations that came together to say that we were neither supporting democratic countries or communist countries, which were spearheaded by both United States and then USSR, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, which has now broken into Russia and other smaller republics. Our joining of that non-aligned movement incapacitated Nigeria from being a very big international player. What our leaders would have done as at that time was simple: move out of the non-aligned movement and move at the pace of what our peers, like the 5 Asian tigers, were doing. But they refused to do it. Because of what? Because of corruption. General Gowon never wanted to leave that place. He was a development-focused someone until the likes of Murtala came up and said he must go. Why? Because as at that time, Nigeria set up its refinery, and the West was not happy with the level of development. The nationalization of resources, as at that time, during the Murtala Obasanjo regime, which has now become the basis for the empowerment of Nigerians at corporate level, it was not something they were happy about. They were happy with the rot in the system so that they can continue to take and they were happy with the rot in the system so that they can continue to take advantage of Nigeria. That is exactly the problem. Now, in order to understand who we are before the independence, before the amalgamation, before anything, we as citizens have a role to play in whatever the politicians direct.
You did not answer the question. Who were we before the amalgamation?
That is what I'm trying to answer now, sir. That is what I'm trying to answer. I shed some light on it. That at independence in 1960, each and every of us was given that flag. That is to put stamp on that question. That we were separate entities before the independence. Now, in order to understand who we are, we need to get back to the roots. What happened? Is it the system of government we have adopted? Or is it...
Now you are not answering the question. My brother, you are not answering the question. You see,
Yes.
Who were we before the white man came?
Yes, that's what I said in my first presentation. We were separate African kingdoms.
Were we functioning our own? Where are you from? Excuse me.
I am from Lagos State.
Okay.
I'm Yoruba man.
The Yoruba land, before British came to Africa, Yorubas were they functioning on their own or not?
We had a system of government. The Igbos had a system of government.
Good.
The Hausas had a system
Okay.
of government. Every single one of these tribes had a system of government.
Thank you so much, my brother. And how long do you think Yorubas have lived in that land?
The Yorubas have lived there since sometime after Christ, maybe 6 or 7 BC.
Okay. So now, Yorubas have been there thousands of years. And this is Yoruba land. Igbos have been there for thousands of years. And somebody will come now and tell you that they own Yoruba land because British amalgamated Yoruba land. How do you say it?
It is a bad idea for that person to say he owns Yoruba land.
Are you not here? But this is what they say. You see some people from northern Nigeria tell you that they own Nigeria, a place that indigenous people have been living for thousands of years.
That is what I'm even trying to portray.
Okay. Let's hear from you.
That is what I'm trying to portray. That is what I'm trying to portray. You see all this crisis, banditry, and all that. It is because we, as indigenous tribes, have decided to fold our hands and look at and be looking. Let me tell you something. You see, the Fulanis are different from the Hausas. You understand my point?
We know that.
Yes. Now, the Fulanis are claiming to own the entire Nigeria and the entire West Africa that God has sent them. They are not just coming here on their own. They have political, economic, and they have tactical support. Not from within, they have tactical support even from the international community, which wants our resources. This is exactly where my problem is. You understand my point? This is exactly where our problem is. Who are the political leaders? Let us go back to when President Goodluck Jonathan faced these terrorists. You could remember that Goodluck Jonathan did everything possible to get arms for the Nigerian armed forces in order to fight these terrorists head on. Do you realize what happened? They used an international treaty to twist his arm that he cannot. Nigeria is one of the countries restricted from buying arms from the Western countries. So as a result, they cannot give them arms. And that even made him, that's President Jonathan, to fly along with Pastor Ayo Orijafo to South Africa to see whether they can get it from the black market. Unfortunately, on arrival at the South African airport, what's the name? The cash was seized. The plane also was seized. The only way to do this simple is use our representatives to see how we can address the Constitution. The Constitution is Nigeria's biggest problem. Nigeria has 200 million people. Can you imagine that our Constitution does not provide for savings of income for a whole country like Nigeria? Nigeria does not save its income. Once we get it, we just spend. Once we get it, we just spend. And we're not producing. And we're importing excessively, borrowing excessively.
But that is not. Do you know why? Let me tell you what. You are not hitting the nail on the head. Let me tell you. One of the problem of Nigeria is. One of the problem of Nigeria is a certain group of people believes they own the country and they can do whatever they want in the country. Do you get the gist now? This is what is.
I'm getting this.
This is the problem. This one you are talking is the problem is, you see, a certain group of people who. This is the problem. It's not this one you are covering. They believe that, as you said, Yorubas have been living there for thousands of years. Some people now are claiming that they own Yoruba land, they own the entire geographical location called Nigeria, and they can do whatever they want, and they can do whatever they want with it. This is the problem there in Nigeria.
Let me teach you. Let me tell you something we learned in the corporate world, because I was also a corporate person for a long time. as a salesman, our bosses used to tell us, when the senior bosses ask you, how much have you sold? Just tell him a lie that you have sold like 10 million naira. When you tell him a lie that you have sold like 10 million naira, then where is the cash receipt? You tell him that, look, just create an invoice and tell him that this is the invoice, so that the people have not sold it.
My brother, please, you are not, please, I want to end this. I want to end this thing. This is not what.
Sorry, I'm trying to portray something. I'm trying to portray something. Just if you can catch what I want to say, I'll just finish in some seconds. You tell that lie that you have sold 10 million naira, and the boss asks you how much. Where's the invoice? Where's the evidence that you have sold? You give him the evidence that you have sold. If you save out of the cash, you tell him that yes, this cash that I have sold, the customer has not paid. He will hold on to what? He will hold on to that.
My brother, please, let me end this broadcast. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me end this broadcast. This is not the problem of Nigeria. You don't understand. The problem of Nigeria is a certain group of people think they own Nigeria, and many Nigerians are not seeing it. Somebody will come where your ancestors have lived for thousands of years. They will be telling you they own it. And you are beating about the bush. Just because a white boy brought Nigeria together, brought people together. You don't think it. Where you go to maybe Edo State, you heard about the Edo Kingdom. That they have been there for thousands of years. You hear about Igbo land, you hear about Yoruba land, you hear about Hausa people. Hausa land. That they have been there. Indigenous Africans have been there. Somebody will come from somewhere and be telling you that they own the thing. You don't understand it. Say they own the thing because a white man amalgamated the people together. Somebody will come and say it's Muslim own Nigeria. This is what they do. Sometimes they apply, say Muslim own Nigeria. They will come and be telling you, say they own Nigeria. You see somebody, see this, what is it? Zukfili. You see that Zukfili, see what he's saying. You see that Zukfili. You see the guy, see that Zukfili. Fulanis came to Nigeria 1804. These are settlers. They are not even indigenous Nigerians. You see it. And this is the mentality. You see a Fulani person come here and tell you they own Nigeria. People who are not even indigenous to Nigeria. And this can only happen to indigenous Africans because settlers will come and overtake. You see how they sow seed of discord. You see what I'm talking now? They came from wherever they came. Listen attentively. You see how they come here now and say they own Nigeria. And what's the population of Fulanis in Nigeria? When did they arrive Nigeria? They will come. You see the same thing, they will come. You understand me? They will come. He said, when did Fulani arrive Nigeria? When did they arrive Nigeria? You that is saying, when did the Fulanis arrive Nigeria? Why are they fighting for land? Why are they? Which village, which town belongs to them? Which state belongs to them? Even Katsina and Sokoto all belongs to Hausas. All those places. You say, who is saying northern Nigeria? Well, guys, they never born them. Now, who is the person? Oje Monos, they never born them. He said, claim what? Igbo land for where now? where you want go? Where you want trespass? You know what I mean? You see, the way they are going, stretching it further, claiming what they don't own might cause problem. Nigerian government better address it. You claiming to own people's indigenous land. Not be like that, so you will not be like that. People can claim anything, does not mean say they own it. You just a dream, they own it. Okay. Well, guys, I just came here. I said, you know, the thing is, it seems some certain group of people don't want to live in peace with others. This is how I see it. Some certain group of people don't want to live in peace with others. You come and you want to claim, annex what does not belong to you. You see why? You see. This is how it's going. You want to claim and annex what does not belong to you. This is what I see. Well, guys, I want to bring this program to an end. You know, I like saying my mind. You know what I mean? See, there's something I learned about Europeans. And the weakest race, the race that seems to be the weakest, let me say it. The race that seems to be the weakest are indigenous Africans. You see indigenous Africans, they are the weakest. You go to Nigeria, these indigenous Nigerians, they are the weakest. Let me tell you, you cannot allow settlers, people who settled, who came as immigrants, to come and rule you. Real people, son of the soil, don't allow it. It's not done. If you cannot allow settlers, indigenous Africans are the weakest because of hate. Do I call it inferiority? I don't know what is problem. I don't know the problem with indigenous African people. Anybody can come and rule you. You are I don't know, so weak. Krem, if I'm too harsh, you get out of my page. Krem, if you feel I'm too harsh, you don't like how I speak, you get away from here. Do you understand me? If you feel you don't like how I speak, you get away from here. I'm not begging you to be part of my program. I'm not begging you to watch. You want to convince me how? How you want to convince me? You understand what I mean? If I'm too harsh, you get away from here. Don't convince me. Go convince somebody else. Go convince somebody else. We're talking about living peacefully with your neighbors. You don't want peace. You're living peaceful in harmony. You don't want it. You stay on your own. You want to take people's thing. You want to claim what does not. You want to claim. You want to take what does not belong to you. Well, guys, I said my mind. In whatever you do, let me say it. Live in peace with your neighbors. Live in peace with your neighbor. Any religion that tells you to kill or commit violence is a nonsense religion. Any religion that encourages violence is a nonsense religion to kill people. Any religion that does not respect human life is an evil religion. Religion should be able to, should promote peace and peaceful coexistence. That is as simple as that. Man, let me end this broadcast. I just came out to say my mind. Where you live in a country where some people will be claiming they own this country, they own it, because no different people they have. I don't know who put this in their mind. You understand me? Who puts this in their mind? Every time you say you own Nigeria, you own this, you own this, you are Nigeria is a Muslim country, you are Nigeria is this. And you want people to keep looking at you, watching you, promotes falsehood, propaganda. Well, guys, take care of yourselves. I want to say, live in peace with your neighbors and don't fight for any God. Let God fight for himself. Don't defend any God. Let God defend himself. That's my own. Take care of yourself. Any religion that promotes violence is an evil religion. Anything you do in this life that your intent is to commit violence, to kill, then you are an animal. You are not supposed to live among human beings. Anytime what goes on in your mind is to kill a human being because the person has a different opinion from you, you are an evil person. What is civilization? Civilization is also you seeing another person's point. Yes, now this is the angle this person is coming from. This person is different has a different view from your own. If you are your own, anybody that sees his own opinion, his own view as final is ignorant, is a primitive person. You don't respect other people's way of life, other people's view. You don't respect other people's opinion. Your own opinion is final. Your own belief is final, or everybody will go down. Then you are an animal. Claim I'm not harsh. You answer me. You answer me. If you don't see, your opinion stays with you and respect your opinion, my opinion. That I don't agree with you will not make you to want to hurt me. That we disagree will not result to you committing violence. You see the thing? That you don't agree with me, I don't agree with you, should not make you to look for somebody to kill. Say, why don't you agree? That is that person being an animal. What is civilization? Anybody that does not agree in what you agree in, it becomes an enemy. There is what is also called political differences. Politically, we don't have the same, we must not have the same mindset. Even when religion too, religious wise, we must not have the same political mindset, the same religion. Let me tell you, they say, before I end this program, they say, for two cannot work together unless they agree. Do you understand me? For two cannot work. You see what is going on? Somebody from northern Nigeria will come and tell you, Nigeria is a Muslim country. Muslim owns Nigeria. How can you work together with somebody who has this mindset? You see it. These people need education. They need exposure. You cannot work together with somebody that have this mindset. Somebody who don't think outside the box, don't want to see. This is what they have been fed. You see what I told you now. Guys, 1 second, let me open the door. Let me open the door. You see what I told you now? For two cannot work together unless they agree. China. You know why the West is developed? Because they have the same mind, one accord. You know why the West is developed? White country. They don't have this kind of African mindset, division, Muslim, Christian. They don't have it. There is what is called oneness of purpose. That is what is lacking. That is what is lacking in Nigeria. People with different beliefs and different ideology. Anybody that does not agree in what you don't believe in, what you believe in, is an enemy, must be brought down. You understand me? How can you, United Europe, united, you see, how can you work with people who disagrees with you? Do you understand what I mean now? You are saying, how can a country move forward? You are saying A, another person is saying, well, at length, you are right. The West are Christian countries. Well, guys, let me take a break. This page, these social media platforms don't, hello, you're welcome. We don't promote violence here. We preach love. But when you come with some kind of comments, I teach you some lessons of history. I'll teach you history here. You understand what I mean? So, take care of yourselves. Now, like before I end this program, if you live in a country where you cannot say your mind, that's you lack freedom of expression, where if you say anything and you'll be arrested, you will be put in prison. You'll be put in prison. You are living in bondage. You are living in slavery. That is no life. In a country where you are afraid to speak your mind, now you are gone. You are not alive. You are dead. If you live in a country where you cannot express yourself without fear, fear of being killed, fear of being arrested, fear, you are in problem. You are not alive anymore. So guys, my battery is off. I want to charge my batteries. I've been trying to switch on and on. I set my mind. Let love lead. We are human beings first before religion. I keep saying it. I asked you guys questions. That was why I brought that guy down. Who are we before these white men come, before they created Nigeria and other countries? Who were we before these people came? The Yorubas were living on their own. The Igbos were living on their own. The Hausas, the Edos, all these people, they had their own kingdoms. You cannot talk. You don't even know history. You come outside and you be opening your mouth and be talking rubbish. The people that have been living in their land for years, for thousands of years, you come and say you own them. You own that region. Because a white person, a white boy brought you together. Well, guys, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Let's thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Jonathan, I see you. I see everybody. I see your lovely comments. I appreciate you. Yes, I leave everybody. I appreciate everybody. Thank you, guys. Well, let me bring this program to an end. Bear in mind, before religion, you are human beings. Even at times, I tell you, you are tribe. You have your tribe before religion. You are somebody before tribe. You are somebody before the white man came, before colonizers came. Your parents, your ancestors dwelt. If ghosts were not living in the land that they came to, human beings were living. When the white men came, they saw people living in Africa, in these regions. Guys, let me drink some water. I'll be back. See you guys soon. Let me drink some water. I'll be back.